What's happening, guys? Olizandri here, bringing you my round 3 March Madness video, just to tide you over in a period of time where I am playing the map pack to death. More points, I'm playing the zombies to death. I've never really played zombies before, but the Call of the Dead map is just interesting to me. It's a far more engaging map than the previous ones. Putting film characters in it and making it like a film set is a very nice touch, let's put it that way. So I'm playing the hell out of that. Too much so to actually make a video right now, but I will have a video up very soon before the double XP weekend kicks in, because well, when the double XP weekend kicks in, I'm going to be playing away trying to get my 15th prestige, or as near to it as possible. I think I'm right at the end of my 12th prestige, so I'm almost 13th now, getting on the way there. But anyway, this round was the round I lost in, which is a shame. I thought I brought good gameplay, I thought I brought some sniper gameplay, which is kind of a rarity for the competition as a whole. And of course a rarity for my channel, so enjoy that. And you know, I just thought around good editing, put a lot of time, a lot of work into it, and still lost. So what can you do? I lost based on the commentary alone. My competitor was, let's put it this way, far more entertaining than me, in a sense. It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a mature discussion, I'm your man. But if you're looking for just like fun and jovialness, probably not. So yeah, he went through on the commentary more or less, so I can't fault that in any way. So how the judges voted, boo-hoo to me, I imagine. But anyway, this is my round 3 video, and just another quick announcement. This little video intro will also be a link video, and there'll be a link in the description to a quad commentary that I did with 3 other directors. Well, that kind of makes sense considering it's a quad commentary. So they were the Bear Afro, New Kaiser, who was hosting the thing, who was also a fellow March Madness competitor, and Fearcrads. So we just talked about the competitive playlist, the new map pack, our kind of like first impressions, and the new zombie map. So yeah, if you want to see that, see some of my points of view, see some of their points of view, just click on my face or click on the link below and you will go there. That will be up probably sometime later tonight. It might be slightly up after this video, so just keep checking back or something. Give me views on my view counter, because I'm a view whore and I don't actually make any money from getting views, so what does it matter? Anyway, round 3 March Madness video coming up right now. What is happening, guys? Olizandri here for the Sweet 16 of the competition, and I'm just like kind of like with that phrase because it's such an Americanism, Sweet 16. I've never heard it used before in English conversation, because we're all prim and proper over here and all we ever talk about is tea, scones and crumpets, because stereotypes are true. Yes. But it's an absolutely beautiful day outside in England. It's been all weekend, in fact. It's just been sun beating down, it's been boiling hot. It's Easter Sunday as I do this commentary, so I'm looking forward to the dual prospect later on of lots of meat, lots of barbecue and chocolate to just wash it down with. So I'm probably going to absolutely feast. I'm going to pig out, go up a few belt sizes, knowing my luck, and just, you know, have a good time, Anyway, bringing you a dual gameplay today, some sniping on array with some M16 gameplay thrown in, and then following that out with a Nuketown TDM ruffle stomp, just a really quick, well, thrash really. So you get more action, more bang for your buck, you get to see more kills, more deaths, and I think that's just the way to go. You get to see 2 different playstyles as well, so there's something for everyone, I hope. Anyway, on to the topic of conversation, the topic of commentary, and I thought I'd make it a big one because this one matters to me a hell of a lot. And that is, of course, theatre mode. It pretty much defines my entire YouTube style, is my use of theatre mode. And when theatre mode came out with Black Ops, I, honest to God, thought that the complete and utter range of commentary out there would completely change. The gameplay would all be theatre mode edited. I honestly thought that gameplays would evolve and get more cinematic as things went on. And it actually turned out not to be that way at all. Of course, the downside of using theatre mode to do all this gameplay editing is that you lose context in the gameplay. So you can make something look absolutely beautiful, but if you're still trying to do a standard gameplay commentary, you end up losing these points which people can actually learn from. The best thing about a standard gameplay video is, of course, you get to see the player, every action that he does. You kind of get to see from that what thoughts are going through the guy's head at that point in time. So if you take away from that, you lose some of the learning thing from it. Personally, I don't need someone to like be in my ear telling me exactly what to do. I don't need like a full-on tips and tricks thing. I think all the tips and tricks that have been needed for this game have already been explicitly stated, let's put it that way. But gameplays themselves are still perfect to learn from. I think it's always been more valuable to learn from watching what someone does and actually recognise it yourself as being a good play or a good thing, rather than someone just tell you that this is good, you should do this. Being able to recognise it yourself and assimilate in your own play, decide what is good and what is not, would generally make you a better player than just following a rule book. Being able to pull out these moves when you think of it and when you think it's a good situation or a good time to do it is more valuable than just following this play-by-play where you have to do this in this situation and you have to do that. I mean, you have to have some leeway, you have to have some of your soul in your gameplay, and that makes it sound really freaking odd. But yeah, using theatre mode takes away from that a bit, so that's why I came up with the whole dual layout thing, so whenever I do my theatre mode stuff, I can still keep the context of a normal bog standard gameplay. Now, I wanted to go into another different point of theatre mode here as we go into the second gameplay on Nuketown, and that is the fact that theatre mode is something that I think that all gaming companies needs to put in their game. I was disappointed when I saw Homefront, for example, and Crysis 2 didn't have theatre mode in their games, and I'm kind of worrying about it for Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3, because I think what Treyarch recognised earlier on is that if they put theatre mode in their game, that they are playing up to the YouTube community that is kind of like advertising their game for free, in a sense. There's a lot of us out there that put up like cool looking stuff. I mean, montages, for example, they're really cool. They make people want to play the game. They are an advertisement for the game, and theatre mode just allows more people to get in on putting up gameplay clips. It allows more people to like show their friends this, and basically allows more potential revenue for the companies that put theatre mode in their games. Now, it may cost X amount for them to implement theatre mode, but they're always going to make that money back on the advertisement gain from YouTubers. It's kind of a funny thing. So if Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3 don't include theatre mode in their thing, I think we'll be missing out on some beautiful gameplay videos, some beautiful visuals like that gigantic battle there. And they'll also be missing out on a lot of free advertisement and revenue sales. Of course, the advertisement always come in because standard gameplays continue to persist today, and I'm not saying they're a bad thing, but putting theatre mode in your game and encouraging more people to do this thing is just like free advertisement from the masses for these companies. So the fact that Crysis and Homefront didn't put it in, I think was a big statement on how their fortunes are going to go. I think if you've got to be a COD beater, in fact even the next COD, if the next Call of Duty wants to beat Black Ops for sales, I think theatre mode is one of those things it has to have. Battlefield 3, for example, supposedly it's putting $100 million into advertising the game to make it like take more of Call of Duty's market share, or at least get a bigger market share itself. Let's put it that way. I think if they just spent a little bit of that money making a theatre mode for their game and developing them that way, it'd probably be more bang for their buck. They'd probably make more money, more advertisement off doing that than they ever would off of spending that money on a straight advertising campaign to put an extra advert up on your TV screen. It worked for Homefront in a sense. All that advertisement really helped its sales. Its advertisement in fact made me buy the game when I actually think it has the worst single player of any game I've ever played. But really, I just think it needs to be in every single game, so I hope all companies implement it and I can continue doing this commentary style. Anyway, it's been Olizandri signing out. Please comment because I will reply, and I will see you round. Cheers guys.